Hello, Search here from the Backyard Driving Range. Clipboard, we have a question. This one comes to us from John L. Madeira. And John says, I have been using your search system for about 6 months and it has improved my overall game significantly. I'm hitting the ball better than ever and more consistently with good accuracy. I do find that I'm hitting all my shots much higher than I did in the past. I have allowed for it in the distance I can hit with each club, but I wouldn't mind getting a little more distance if I could. Any thoughts on how I can lower my ball trajectory? Thank you. Enjoy your daily videos. Keep them coming. Well, we're going to keep doing that, John. So let's get to your question. Hitting the ball pretty good. Hitting it much higher. You like a little bit more distance, and you want to lower your ball trajectory. All right, let's start with the ball trajectory. I've been teaching a search swing now going on probably at least 25 years or maybe a couple more than that. And during all of that time, especially after the rotational swing came into vogue, where players are turning very quickly from the get-go, and they have what I call lag. They lag it, they drag it. In many cases, the wrist bows out a little bit, and they're pulling through, and because they've turned so much and they're slightly ahead of the ball, the hands are dragging through because they have to hold it, drag it, as I call it, lag, drag, hold, block. LDHB. Block means because they're spinning out so far, if they let their arms release through the ball, everything would go left. So they're holding on, and in holding on, they're technically being ahead of the ball, de-lofting the club and hit the ball relatively low. And when I get any players that come out here from tour players to good players and all the way up to high handicappers, as soon as they learn the search swing, where we're the 3/4 limited turn swing, the club is vertical, we're behind the ball in impact, and we're swinging up to the tee finish, the number one thing that happens immediately is they start hitting the ball more solid and straighter and a lot higher. And in many cases, they're immediately concerned about the ball height, the trajectory and the height of their ball. And because normally in the past, if you make that rotational swing and you catch one which is automatically coming across the aiming line, and so if this is my aiming line, the club's coming across because I'm turning so fast through the ball with the forward leg straightening up, the hips turning, the shoulders being pulled left faster. Any type of glancing blow, the ball slides across the face, it gets left to right spin, and so you want to, even with the left to right spin, you want to hold it low so that, and a definitely crosswind, it isn't going to just, powder puff off and fluff a nutter off into the right. And so they're all trying to hit the ball really, really low. Search 3/4 vertical swing, we hit the ball a lot higher. And so the key is this. Height is great, especially when you want to hit a ball to a green, because high balls coming in will tend to hold on to green, bite and hold on to green a lot better than bullets coming in there, especially if you're hitting long irons and hybrids and fairway woods to a green. So height is great, but here's the key to look for in your height. The thing that's important about the search swing is when we hit the ball solid and with the club face squared to the aiming line, it is the true loft of the club getting the ball in the air, plus the fact we're swinging up faster, and as we swing up and stand up and get to the tee finish square to the target, the solidness, a solid hit, you'll start learning the feel of it, you'll start learning the sound of it, and you're going to start seeing that when you hit it solid and straight, the ball just jumps off the club, and the key to height that is good is that the ball is penetrating and boring through the air and holding its line. And when the ball's been hit solid and straight with good trajectory and good spin, it penetrates, bores through the air, and holds the line. So in many cases, what you're going to get is when you're hitting good shots, in most cases, the ball that's penetrating and holding its line, being straight, will never veer off more than 5-10 yards at max from where you started. So if your alignment is pretty good and you started on a pretty good line, you shouldn't be missing very many greens or fairways with the driver if your ball's not ever moving more than about 10 yards. So I think you can definitely say that if your ball has got more than 10 yards curve on it, and then starts a place and curves more than 10 yards, which is now meaning if it's to the right, if you're right-handed, it's a slice, and left is a hook or whatever. Big slices and big hooks, are hitting the ball a lot shorter because they're going sideways too much rather than going straight, and they're going to get in more trouble. So I don't think height should be a problem. Not unless you're ballooning it up there, and now you got a ball just fluffing nutting up in the air. But as long as your ball is boring and penetrating through the air and holding the line and pretty much ending up where you want it to go, that's the golf shots that we want, that you're going to hit with the Surge Peak Performance vertical golf swing. And that's what you're looking for. So don't let the height bother you. Solid and penetrating and boring means you're controlling your golf ball. You're hitting it solid and straight, and you're controlling your golf ball, and it's going where, and it finishes pretty close to where it finishes. You have to be hitting pretty good shots, and hitting good shots is going to help you shoot those lower scores. That's it for the Surge for today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.